Yo, what is up, guys? Today we're talking about a heavyweight fight between Junior Dos Santos and Ciryl Gane at UFC 256, Figueiredo versus Moreno. And guys, this fight is gonna be good. I mean, Junior Dos Santos, 21-8. He is a top 10 heavyweight in the world, currently ranked 8th at heavyweight worldwide. Ciryl Gane is currently ranked 15th at heavyweight worldwide. And he is sporting a undefeated record of 6 wins with absolutely no losses. Ciryl Gane is the heavy favorite to win this fight. Currently sitting around minus 435 to win this fight. Junior Dos Santos is around plus 335 as the moderate underdog. And Junior Dos Santos is 36, almost 37 years old. Ciryl Gane, I believe, is only 30 and a half years old. So a little bit of an age advantage for Ciryl Gane in this fight. They have the same height though. Ciryl Gane, 6'4" tall. And so is Junior Dos Santos, who is also 6'4" tall. But the thing that's going to play a humongous factor in this fight is the fact that Junior Dos Santos only has a reach of 77 inches compared to Ciryl Gane's 83-inch reach. That is an absolutely humongous reach advantage for Ciryl Gane in this fight. It's a 6-inch reach advantage, a half-foot reach advantage. That's absolutely insane. And as I said at the beginning of the video, Junior Dos Santos plus 335 as a moderate underdog. Ciryl Gane is the minus 435 heavy favorite. And if you look at those Tapology predictions for this fight, out of 1,500, almost 1,600 different votes, 82% of the votes are going for Ciryl Gane to win this fight, mainly by knockout. Literally everyone predicting this fight has Ciryl Gane getting a knockout in this one. Some people do think he's going to get the win by submission, as in his last 2 wins inside the UFC, even though he's known as a striker, they both been by submission, which is absolutely insane. And then some people do think he's going to get the win by unanimous decision. Literally nobody thinks Junior Dos Santos is going to get the win by submission. Everyone either thinks JDS is going to get a knockout or a unanimous decision in this one. So 18% of the votes going for JDS, and it's pretty split between knockout and decision for Junior Dos Santos in this fight. Alright guys, so as you guys already know, Junior Dos Santos, he is an absolute veteran in this heavyweight division, a former heavyweight champion. And I mean, this is his 30th pro MMA fight. He has been fighting for such a long time. Ciryl Gane only has 6 pro MMA fights. This is his 7th fight as a pro MMA fighter. He actually started his career back in 2018. I know, he's only been fighting for 2 years as a pro MMA fighter. Started with a first round front choke submission win over Bobby Sullivan, and a second round knockout over Adam Dzikia, and a first round TKO win over Roger Souza in TKO, where he finally got that shot inside the UFC. With a record of 3 wins, 0 losses. That's kind of unheard of that the UFC would sign a guy with such little experience, but they did, and it turned out absolutely amazing for Ciryl Gane, as when he joined the UFC, he fought another undefeated prospect in Rafael Pazoa, who he ended up beating by first round arm triangle choke submission. And Rafael Pazoa is known to have very good submission skills. So for a guy like Ciryl Gane, who really focuses on his Muay Thai and his kickboxing background, to submit a guy like Rafael Pazoa, that is absolutely insane. And after that win over Rafael Pazoa with a first round arm triangle choke submission, he ended up winning his next fight by third round heel hook submission. That is absolutely insane as well. He was absolutely dominating that fight on the feet. And then finally got Don'Tale Mayes down onto the ground after a couple of knockdowns. Got the fight to the ground and got the submission by heel hook in the third round with literally 14 seconds left in that very third round. I mean, after those 2 wins inside the UFC, he was 5-0 as a pro MMA fighter. And then got a huge step up in competition against a top 25 heavyweight in the world in Tanner Boser, and absolutely dominated this guy. This fight stayed on the feet for the whole 3 rounds. And I really give a lot of credit to Tanner Boser in this one. It looked like Tanner Boser was gonna get taken out at any point in that fight. Ciryl Gane would he'd throw everything in his punches, and still nothing would happen to Tanner Boser. And still, Ciryl Gane throwing all this power, he didn't look phased at all. His cardio was absolutely amazing in that fight. Tanner Boser did not look like he does in his normal fights, and he ended up losing that fight by unanimous decision. Now Ciryl Gane 6-0. He's been supposed to fight so many different people here in 2020. He was supposed to fight Shamil Abdurrahimov. That fight fell through back in, I believe, March or April. And then he was supposed to fight Sergey Pavlovich, but that fight fell through. Then he was supposed to fight Shamil Abdurrahimov for the second time, but that fight fell through as well. And then finally, he was supposed to fight Ante Deliha, but guess what, guys? That fight fell through as well. So 4 fight cancellations just in this year alone. He hasn't had 1 fight in 2020. His last fight, as I said before, to Tanner Boser at the end of 2019. So it's been a long time since his last fight. He's really been wanting to fight, but I mean, 4 cancellations in a row. It has to be like super duper sad for Ciryl Gane. He could have fought 4 different people in 2020 and had a record of 10 wins, 0 losses, potentially. But now finally he's getting his first fight of the year against Junior Dos Santos. And as we all know, Junior Dos Santos is an absolute beast, 21-8. He actually started his career quite a while ago, back in 2006. Started with 5 straight wins in a row. Lost the next fight to Joaquin Ferreira. Came back with a nice win, which got him a shot inside the UFC, where in his first fight inside the UFC, got a first-round knockout over Fabricio Werdum, a first-round knockout over Stefan Struve, a third-round knockout over Mirko Pavlovich, and then a first-round knockout over Gilbert Oyevel, followed by a first-round knockout over Gabriel Gonzaga, and a unanimous decision win over Roy Nelson, and another unanimous decision win over Shane Carwin. Finally got a big step up in competition against Cain Velasquez, where he ended up getting that heavyweight belt strapped around his waist, as he ended up knocking out Cain Velasquez, giving Cain his first ever pro MMA defeat. And Junior Dos Santos won that fight by first round knockout in just over a minute of that first round. But then he ended up winning his next fight against Frank Mir by second round knockout, but lost the belt in his next fight after that to Cain Velasquez in their rematch by unanimous decision. Came back with a third round wheel kick KO over Mark Hunt. Then was supposed to fight Cain Velasquez for the third time, but it did not go his way, as he ended up losing the fight, I believe, by 5th round TKO. Came back after that loss with a unanimous decision win over Stipe Miocic. Lost his next fight to Alistair Overeem by second round knockout. Came back with a decision win over Ben Rothwell. Got a title shot against Stipe Miocic, but ended up losing the fight by first round knockout. Came back after that loss to Stipe with a unanimous decision win over Blago Ivanov. A second round knockout win over Tai Tuivasa, who was undefeated at the time, and then a second round knockout over Derek Lewis. But in his next fight against Francis Ngannou in a main event, ended up losing the fight, I believe, by first round knockout, and then lost his next 2 fights as well to Curtis Blades and Jairzinho Rozenstruik by second round knockout in both of those encounters. Alright guys, Junior Dos Santos, I'm just going to say it right now, he definitely still has what it takes to stay in this top 10 of this heavyweight division. But do I think he's going to win this fight against Ciryl Gane, who just recently joined that top 15 in this heavyweight division? I don't think so. I know he has what it takes. He could definitely win this fight, getting knockout in the first round. But I mean, Ciryl Gane, he is an absolutely amazing prospect coming out of France. I'm sorry I said France like that, but whatever. I mean, his kickboxing is absolutely insane. You see in his fights, he has amazing uppercuts. He has amazing knees. His kicks are outstanding for this heavyweight division. I really think Ciryl Gane's going to absolutely dominate this fight. The first round, I see him playing it a little bit more safe. That's where Junior Dos Santos needs to be pushing the pace as much as possible, trying to get that knockout in that first round. But if it gets past that first round, I think in that second round, that's where Ciryl Gane is really going to put the pieces together and really start to land a lot of combinations on JDS. And that's actually where I think that Ciryl Gane is going to get a finish in that second round. That's what I think is going to happen. I think Ciryl Gane has absolutely amazing kickboxing and is going to get a finish, probably by TKO in the second round. Alright guys, if you agree with that prediction or if you disagree with that prediction, I don't really care. Put your prediction in the comment section below. Make sure to like this video. If you do really like the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on those post notifications so you don't miss the absolute best MMA content out there. I post videos for LFA, Bellator, UFC, Invicta FC. There's so many fight promotions out there I could do predictions on. If there's any promotions I'm not doing predictions on right now, just put what type of predictions you want me to do in the comment section below. I'll make sure to get back to you as soon as possible. But yeah, who do you guys think is going to win this one? JDS, coming off of a 3-fight losing streak to absolute beast in this heavyweight division in Jairzinho Rozenstruik, Curtis Blades, and Francis Ngannou? Or do you think Ciryl Gane's going to get his 7th pro MMA win and crack that top 10 in this heavyweight division with a 7th win? I mean, he's a huge favorite to win this fight, currently sitting around minus 435. Do you think that's a little unfair for Ciryl Gane to be a 4-1 favorite over former champion Junior Dos Santos? Put your predictions in the comment section below. Any comments, concerns, all that, put it in the comment section below. It's been a very fun video to record with you guys today. But yeah, I'm out of here. Let's go.